Welcome to AI Search Podcast. We're going to be diving deep into AI leadership,
Yeah.
exploring specifically this rise of the chief AI officer, a role that's becoming more and more crucial. It seems like across pretty much every industry now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's fascinating to see how AI is sort of, no longer just about automating tasks. It's really, about shaping business strategy, driving innovation, and ultimately, creating a competitive edge.
Right, and we keep hearing these statistics about this rapid growth, but I think sometimes it's hard for people to grasp just how quickly this field is expanding. Can you give us a sense of the scale here?
Yeah, I mean, globally, AO adoption has just seen remarkable growth, and North America is actually leading the charge here with a 28.8% market share. And I think what's really noteworthy is that this isn't just about, the big tech giants, right? We're seeing companies across all different sectors really recognizing AI's potential.
Yeah, and speaking of the tech giants, I mean, you've got Google and Microsoft and IBM, they're all, establishing these dedicated AI leadership roles.
Yeah.
I mean, that sends a pretty strong signal, I think, to the rest of the business world. But I'm curious, what does a chief AI officer actually do on a day-to-day basis?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's got to be more than just managing AI projects, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, think of the chief AI officer as kind of the architect of the company's AI strategy, right? So they're developing a roadmap, aligning all these different AI initiatives with the company's overall goals. And I think one really crucial aspect of that is building these high-performing AI teams. And that's not just about, recruiting top data scientists, but it's also about, upskilling your existing employees.
So they're bridging the gap, in a sense, between the technical expertise and the broader business objectives,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But how does all of this actually translate into real-world success? Do you have any compelling examples that really highlight this?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Walmart's AI-driven supply chain is a fantastic example. So by leveraging AI, Walmart optimizes its inventory, it reduces waste, and it forecasts demand with incredible accuracy. And, the result is a more efficient operation, more sustainable operation that directly impacts their bottom line.
That's impressive. It really highlights how AI leadership can have these very tangible business results, but with great power comes great responsibility. What would you say are some of the biggest hurdles that chief AI officers face in this role?
Well, one of the top challenges is definitely data governance and compliance. I mean, with regulations like the EU's AI Act, constantly evolving, it's really critical to stay informed and ensure those responsible data practices. And then, another hurdle is scaling those AI initiatives, going beyond those pilot projects and really integrating them into the company's operations.
So it sounds like using AI effectively isn't just about the technology itself. It really requires, I guess, this cultural shift and really carefully considering how AI can, best augment human capabilities.
Absolutely. And that's where the chief AI officer's leadership becomes so crucial, right?
Mm.
They need to foster a culture that embraces AI, encourages collaboration between teams, and ensures that those AI initiatives are implemented responsibly and
But
ethically.
it's not just about having the best algorithms. It's about, creating an environment where AI can really thrive and deliver on its potential. Speaking of delivering, how is AI transforming decision-making, I guess, at the executive level? How is it changing how leaders make those big decisions?
Well, AI is providing these real-time insights. We've got predictive analytics, scenario modeling, so it's really empowering those leaders to make faster and, more informed decisions. For example, Goldman Sachs is actually using AI-driven financial modeling to predict market trends and optimize their trading strategy. So you can really see the potential of AI in those high-stakes decision-making scenarios.
Wow. That's a compelling example of how AI is changing the game, I guess, in the financial world. But scaling AI across an entire organization, that's a whole different, ball game.
Yeah.
How can companies make sure that AI isn't just confined to a few departments, but really becomes part of their DNA?
It really requires this multifaceted approach, right? So change management is crucial to get everyone on board with AI's potential. Upskilling programs are needed to equip employees with the necessary skills. And, I think perhaps most importantly, you need that cross-department collaboration to really break down those silos and integrate AI seamlessly.
It sounds like creating a truly AI-driven organization requires almost like a complete cultural shift, not just a, technological upgrade. Are there any real-world examples of companies that have really successfully navigated this transformation?
Yeah, Nike's AI-driven personalization strategy is a great example. So they leverage machine learning to analyze all of that customer data, allowing them to tailor their marketing campaigns and product recommendations. And the result is an enhanced customer experience and, increased revenue.
That's remarkable. I mean, they've managed to personalize their approach at scale using AI. Now, generative AI is a hot topic these days. How is this specific technology impacting the chief AI officer's role?
Well, I mean, generative AI has immense potential to transform businesses. It can create content, it can enhance customer experiences, and, solve complex problems in ways that we've never seen before. So, chief AI officers really need to be on top of this technology and exploring how it can drive innovation.
Do you have any examples of how companies are already using generative AI to their advantage?
Yeah, so Coca-Cola, for example, is using generative AI to create marketing content. And this allows them to tailor their campaigns to specific audiences, making them more engaging and more effective.
That's a creative application of AI.
Mm.
It sounds like generative AI is a powerful tool for connecting with customers on this more personal level.
Yeah.
But as AI continues to evolve, ethical considerations obviously become even more crucial.
Absolutely. Responsible AI development is paramount.
Mm.
So chief AI officers need to ensure that data privacy and security are protected and that, AI systems are fair and unbiased.
So ethical considerations are no longer just a side note. They're really central to the chief AI officer's role. Do you have any examples of companies taking a proactive approach to ethical AI?
Yeah, IBM's AI Ethics Board is a great example. So they've actually established a dedicated board to oversee the ethical implications of their AI initiatives and ensure that responsible development.
That's a great example of leadership taking ethical AI seriously. It seems like the chief AI officer's role is becoming increasingly complex and demanding.
It definitely is, but it's also incredibly exciting. Chief AI officers are really at the forefront of this technological revolution, and they're shaping the future of their companies and their industries.
And it's not just about the chief AI officer. This AI revolution requires a collective effort.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of AI leadership.
It's amazing to think how quickly AI is changing the game, and it's clear that, companies need strong leadership to navigate this new landscape.
Right on the mark, the chief AI officer role is critical, but, it's also evolving rapidly, and it's not just about technical expertise anymore. It's about, understanding how AI can drive business strategy and innovation.
So let's talk about those strategic implications then. What are some of the key areas where AI is really transforming business models
Yeah.
and creating, those new opportunities?
Well, one of the most exciting areas, I think, is personalized customer experiences. We touched on this earlier with the Nike example, but it goes far beyond just tailored marketing. AI can personalize, every touch point, from product recommendations to customer service interactions.
That makes sense because customers today expect a much more personalized experience, and AI can help companies actually deliver on that expectation.
Exactly. AI can analyze, vast amounts of customer data to really understand individual preferences and predict behavior. And this allows companies to create those highly personalized experiences that boost engagement and loyalty.
It's like having a personal shopper and a concierge rolled into one,
Yeah.
all powered by AI.
That's a great analogy. And it's not just about retail either. We're seeing personalized experiences powered by AI across industries, from healthcare to finance to entertainment.